Hi, I have a meeting in about 15 minutes and I thought I have not updated you last week. So we went back to the clinic and they told us we can start. They gave us some papers. It was quite a quick visit. It was just blood test and a very, very quick visit. And then they gave us some papers that we need to get signed by the insurance, and then we can start. And I think we will be able to start this month, which is quite exciting. And now I had other visits, and today I am here waiting for the other appointment where I guess they will explain me how the medications will be and what do I do, like what do I need to do, because actually, like, I watched a lot, but I have no clue. It's all very confusing, and I'm not really sure how many days I need to do injections and if they are like with the pen or if you have like a real thingy, how do you say, syringe, where you have to inject yourself. And yeah, I'm very not afraid, but kind of. I'm not really happy to have to do those things. My husband is afraid of injections and needles, and yeah, so I will have to do them on my own, which is never fun. And last week was quite heavy. I spent the first 2 days running around doctors and insurance and papers and things like that. And the other days I felt quite overwhelmed and tired. The thing is that I feel very tired, like physically tired, which makes everything harder. And of course, I had to work and I had to compensate for the time I spent with doctors. So that was also a lot. And yes, just a tiny update. I will share what happened after this meeting because last time was quite fast and no real information. See you later. Hey, so it's actually 2 days later, and I really want to feel more, but then does it happen to you that you also feel like so freaking tired that you just arrive home and you only want to go to sleep? And like yesterday, I didn't even wanted to eat. I was so distract, so tired. I was not even able to move, like straight to bed. But so I went twice in the meantime in the clinic. The first time was very informative, and with the doctor, we went through all the possible things you can do when you do IVF. And there are a lot, like, there are a lot of things nowadays that you can do to increase the percentage of success of this procedure, which is not super high. And also consider that I'm in the obesity still, it's even more riskier. But we went through it and it was interesting. It took more time than it took the other time around. I do have a small cyst, so I am not sure if we can start with this period or if we have to wait. We'll see. The doctor said it's normal in this phase of the cycle. It can happen, it should not be a worry. And then I had to go again this morning with my husband to have some blood tests and to sign other things. Also, this morning they gave me the instructions for the injections and medications that I have to take. And it's only 10 days. Like, I was prepared to have 2 weeks of injections. And I'm not sure why. They said that usually it's just 10 days. Of course, it depends how it goes. But I mean, 10 days is like 4 days less than I thought. And 4 days are eight injections less than I thought, which is a lot. Like, I am not looking forward for these injections. I really hate the idea. I feel a lot of discomfort for this, but we have to do it. So it went good, I would say. I am still very, 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 very tired, and I have no clue how I will feel after all these injections with the hormones. If already now I'm tired, I don't want to imagine later, but let's see. I don't have to go for the first week or so. I just have to do injections at home, but I don't have to do scans like every day. And then from the after the first week, I have to go every 2 days, like every other day, but only 2 times. So it sounds, it was worst in my head. So even if it's not the best, it's still better than what I was picturing in my head. And I would say that overall, I feel weirdly calm. I don't know if it's due to the tiredness that I feel. So maybe I'm so tired that I even stopped with emotions. And like a lot of people are asking, are you excited to start? Are you afraid? How do you feel? And the truth is that I don't feel so much in this moment. I feel it's a good time. Like I feel prepared, and I feel like it's a good time to start, but I don't feel this high excitement. And also, I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of tiny babies. I love the idea of a family. I love the idea of growing up humans and, building lives. And yeah, that part. But I'm not a big fan of the baby part. Actually, I think the idea of tiny babies that depends on you was one of the reasons why I delayed it so much. It feels like a lot of work, really like a lot of work, like humans that fully depend on you, and they need to survive, and they need to be healthy and grow in a healthy way, and it sounds like a lot. So not a big fan of that part, but you have to go through it, right? The alternative would be adoption, but I don't know. I rather, like, my preference is to try first to have my kids with my husband. But yeah, so I think also probably have so much emotions, like so many different emotions. I waited so long, like now it's more than 2 years that I waited for this. So I guess the fact that I'm so tired is also connected with how, like, a lot is coming to a closure. A lot of waiting, a lot of nights thinking about this, a lot of pain when I was thinking, I cannot have kids because I'm too fat, which, like, it sounded so horrible. And, we are women. So every day that pass, it's a day less that you can try. There is a time limit. You cannot do this forever. For example, in Germany, insurance will support you until you're 40. So I have like 2.5 years. It was very heavy, I would say. It was very, very, very heavy. Mostly the fact that, for how things were in Italy, I was not able to have a family because of my weight and because of me, like my fault. So that was a lot. And I think I'm kind of releasing everything now that here things are moving so freaking fast, which is good because it's not really fast. I've been waiting very, very long. But on the other hand, like in 2 months, I arrived in April. We had the first visit, I think in May, or maybe like the last day of April or the first of May, something like that, which completely changed our lives because it was like, okay, yeah, we can start. So it has been a lot. It has been a lot. And I would say also for heavy changes, right? Having kids will completely change your life forever. Like all the things you're used to will be gone. All the silence and peace will be gone. And I'm also elaborating on this, which is really heavy. But yeah, so that's what's going on. I don't know if this is an excuse for being not on time with videos. I guess it's a good excuse for me. Yeah, but talk to you soon.